Joelicious!
Yeah, Joe.
Yo, folks! Welcome to Joelicious Kitchen. Yes, we are back. We've been gone for a while, but we're back in full attack. Yes. So today, Joe, remember the other episode of Joelicious Kitchen? We were talking about gnocchi. And I thought they were Polish.
And
But
I thought they were Italian. I wasn't sure, but...
Well, Joe, you were right. They are Italian.
Nice.
The only problem I have, Joe, is I haven't come up with a name for the episode. And I don't know. It's like, well, they're gnocchi, right? We're using the famous brand frozen gnocchi. And they have beer in them, so that makes them Joelicious.
Yeah.
Joelicious Gnocchi.
Okie dokie.
That's right. Joelicious Gnocchi
Dokey.
Joelicious Gnocchi Dokey it is.
Gnocchi Dokey
Joe?
it is, Joe. Cheers
Joelicious,
to that, Joe.
cheers to
I like
that.
it. I like it.
Yeah, Joe, and we're drinking some of this famous Cavalier Brewing homebrew Citra Pale Ale. That's right.
Goes good with gnocchi.
Absolutely.
All right. So,
At this point, we have a pot of water boiling, or getting ready to boil, and we have a pot with 3 of these boys getting ready to boil too. We got to be careful with that because that stuff comes foaming.
it foams out, yeah.
We remember from the previous when we made pelmeni, we had the same. So we're doing a regular recipe with no beer, which is water. You boil it in water. The other recipe is with beer, boiling in beer. And the sauce is going to be common for everything.
That's right.
So for the beer, for the recipes, we need regular gnocchi. 1 package is enough, the 14-ounce package. We'll need pepper and salt right here. We'll need garlic powder, vegetable broth, some panko crumbs, crushed red pepper, some
Pesto. Yeah.
We're using that.
pesto. It's good.
Onion powder.
Yeah.
A 10-ounce package of, we use frozen, of spinach. And 1 package of cream cheese. We'll also need
tomatoes.
like probably 10 ounces of cherry tomatoes. We're gonna cut them in half, and you can actually go ahead and do that, Joe.
I'll start.
And we'll need some water. We're using half a cup. Now, if you're doing half of the recipe, just a regular or just a beer, you can split the recipe in half. And we're gonna have the recipe in the description. We'll also need 2 tablespoons and 2 tablespoons of butter, salted or unsalted. So basically 4 tablespoons of butter divided in half. And Parmesan cheese to go on top. I think I got it all. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and move to the stove and proceed with all the ingredients onto the stove. So at this point, the water is boiling. The beer is boiling slowly. I'm putting it on the lowest setting because otherwise it's going to be all over the stove.
Yeah, it does.
So we're going to, while the water is boiling, Joe is going to take the package of the gnocchi and split it in half, 50-50. Oh, before that, you're going to salt the water and salt the beer. When you salt the beer, Joe, be very careful because it might go volcano on you.
Exactly.
So be very careful. But you can go generously on both of them. And once that happens, once you're ready to just toss all the gnocchi half and half, 50-50. Well, it's actually acting fine.
It's fine.
So, and while
That's
Joe is doing that, I'm going to start prepping everything for the sauce. And I'm going to start get the large size frying pan like this. And I'm going to add some butter, the 2 tablespoons of butter to it, right here. Right here, and then let it melt. And after Joe is done putting the gnocchi in there, I'm going to need the panko crumbs. The panko crumbs go in, thank you, sir. Once the butter melts, thank you. Can I have one of the pedal right there? The one far right. There you go. There you go. Thank you. And so I'm going to melt the butter. There's a slotted spoon there.
No, this is fine.
Okay.
I'm just stirring it.
All right. So, you melt the butter. Melt the butter. And throw the panko crumbs right in. We're gonna toast them
Garlic powder.
for a couple of minutes. And we'll also need garlic powder. We'll need about a tablespoon of garlic powder going into the
Now?
crumbs. Not yet. I gotta toss these in there. So, okay, panko crumbs with butter. And now you can throw the garlic powder. So that's good. You cannot go
think
wrong.
that's
You
fine.
can actually go extra if you want to. It's no big deal. There you go. Boom. Just perfect. Just perfect. So then we're just gonna stir it for about a couple of minutes. Make it golden brown. You could probably increase the heat on these guys now because
Yes.
we want it to boil and not. Other way. There you go. Oh, yes. And then
I'll watch it.
keep stirring. And I'm gonna take care of the crumbs. Okay.
I've never done this before with the breadcrumbs.
Well, neither
We'll-
have I.
we'll see,
We're
you
gonna
know?
we're
Yeah.
gonna find out. Supposedly an authentic Italian recipe, so
Okay.
we're gonna find out. While we're gonna wait for these guys to
That's right.
to cook.
Cheers, Joe.
Cheers and beers. All right. We don't want them to burn,
No.
so I'm gonna decrease the heat now. Just golden brown. I think they're done.
I do too. Looks good. Yeah.
I'm gonna toss them in a bowl like this. Actually, why don't you help me, Joe? I'm gonna hold it like that. And I'm just gonna, like that. Oh,
Yeah. Why don't you let me take
There you
this?
go.
How's that work, Joe?
yes, Joe.
There we go.
I'm not gonna do any Polish jokes right now, Joe.
Without without spillage, Joe. Look at that, huh?
All right, Joe.
Okay.
So we're gonna
Yeah,
put it
that
right
looks
there. Careful the
Flame.
flame. I'm gonna actually turn it off.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna wipe off the rest of the crumbs. In fact, I'm gonna just wipe them off and toss them into the. We want to use all the crumbs we can.
Yep.
The rest will go to the sink. So now we're gonna take the other butter, 2 tablespoons of butter. Start the stove again on low. Let the butter melt.
Okay.
All right. Then we're going to have the same amount of garlic powder.
Again to the.
Right into the butter. Right into the butter.
Okay.
There you go. Kind of stir it around.
Yeah.
Once it starts smelling good all over the kitchen,
Yeah.
that'll be the time to add the water. The water will be right in one
Right here.
They're right there, Joe.
I think it's ready.
So, okay, once it's ready.
You can smell it now. Yes.
Oh yeah, Joe, go ahead.
Ready?
There you go.
The whole thing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Nice.
Then we're gonna add about the same amount of veggie stock, veggie broth. So let me, yeah,
Okay.
about the same amount as
The
water.
same amount. What do you think? That good?
That's good.
Okay.
Next is gonna be your favorite cream cheese.
Oh,
The whole thing goes right in there.
really?
Let me do that
You do that.
with a,
Be careful, you don't splatter.
it's gonna splatter, yes. So let me just bring it down and
There you go.
roll it in. Thank you, sir.
Beautiful. Joe, this is going to be good.
It is going to be good,
gonna
nice and
be
creamy. Oh yeah,
Joelicious.
absolutely, Joe. Absolutely. Well, this one's boiling. This one probably needs to go up a notch.
It's up all the way.
Is it up all the way? So beers.
I think we should switch them. I think this
actually,
burn is stronger, right?
is it? Well,
I think
if
so.
you go ahead. You're in charge of the gnocchi.
This one's just about
Gnocchi Dokey.
Oh, Gnocchi Dokey.
Joelicious Gnocchi Dokey. So, in the meantime, I am gonna blend in the cream cheese into the
Yeah, see?
water
It's
mixture.
already boiling.
Perfect. So we need like a couple of minutes, and then we're gonna put them in the strainers.
Okay. Once the cream cheese is all melted.
Once the cream cheese is all melted and creamy, we're gonna season it with salt and pepper. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to season this with salt and pepper and salt too. If you don't mind handing it to me, I'll do that before I forget. So there you go, the crumbs and pepper. And we're gonna toss it with a spoon. That's good. Now it's gonna be the cream part, the sauce part.
Push the cream cheese to the middle. That's where the heat is.
It's like cooking an omelet,
Yeah.
scrambled eggs or whatever. All right.
I believe anything you use cream cheese for is going to be delicious.
Absolutely, like cheesecake. You like cheesecake, Joe?
Oh, love cheesecake.
Well, maybe it's time for us to make a cheesecake.
Yeah.
Salt and pepper. Go into the mix, into the sauce. And once everything is blended,
It's probably it.
how about a whisk, Joe?
Yeah.
I have a whisk right there.
You have a wooden whisk?
No, I have
plastic
the silicone, Joe.
There you go, Joe. That's a
Silicone
very good
whisk.
idea.
There you go. It's an invention of a lifetime.
Nice.
There you go. Whisk it in. We just did a discovery, Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, that works.
Made a
I was
discovery.
thinking of a beater, some kind of a
There you go. Whisk.
old-fashioned beater.
All right, that works. That works. I think those gnocchi are ready. 3 to 5 minutes,
yes,
I think.
I do.
Yeah,
I believe
3 to
so.
5 minutes. That's all you need. So now we're just gonna toss them into the strainers, one by one.
do that, Joe.
Joe, you need one of these.
Pot holders.
Yes, sir. So yes,
I need a left-handed one.
just remember,
Sorry.
they're the same, Joe.
They're both left.
Joe, they're the same. I'm not gonna do it.
right-handed ones?
I'm not gonna do any Polish jokes right now, Joe.
Joe, give me that.
It doesn't matter.
The
They're,
left-handed one. This is left. That's
Joe, they're the same.
right. No.
They're the same. Joe, they're the same. They're the same.
Oh, Joe.
The only difference is this. Ay, ay, ay. It's all right. Remember
Joe.
which one's which.
Yes, I will.
You'll probably be able to tell by the color, too.
I'll put the
The beer one
beer
on the
one's
left.
on the right.
On the right, all right.
Okay.
I smell the beer ones.
Stays on the right.
Stays on the right.
To the left, to the left.
Well,
Okay.
while Joe is training the
The gnocchi.
gnocchis, I am going to add tomatoes, cherry tomatoes cut in half right into the sauce.
Gnocchi Dokey.
Right into the sauce. And also, I am going to do the same thing
You
with
can tell
spinach.
the color.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
so-
right.
so
That's
we're
right.
good.
So, and spinach goes right in there too. If you're using fresh, it's even better. We're using frozen. So follow all the recipe instructions on the package. And now I'm switching back to the spoon, Joe, because now I'm dealing with veggies. Now look at that creamy sauce. And this
Oh, that
is
looks
bound to be Joelicious.
Awesome.
So we're gonna stir it in. It looks nice and yummy. And next,
What about pesto, Joe?
we almost forgot about the cherry on top of the dessert, right?
Yes.
That is the pesto sauce.
Okay.
So you get as much as you want. You can toss the whole thing. You can't mess it up with pesto, Joe.
Yeah, I mean,
Just-
this is good.
So folks, put as
Finish it
much
up.
pesto. If you don't like pesto, don't put it on.
I love pesto.
But if you love pesto, put it on as much as you want. Pesto goes right in. Use the whole thing, Joe.
I am.
There you go. And we're
That's
just
it.
gonna stir it in. Beautiful. There you go.
That's it.
That's it, Joe. I'm gonna stir it. Oh, it smells so good. Nice and fresh. I know what you're looking for, Joe. Right here.
Thank you, Joe.
Yep. And then we're gonna stir it in. And have a beer.
Sauce looks awesome.
Yeah, Joe.
Okay, Joe. Cheers.
And beers. All right, folks, the sauce is ready. The gnocchi is in the strainers. What we're gonna do, we're gonna toss them back into the pots. Right where they belong. And now, we're gonna
Pour
split the
sauce
sauce in half.
Okay. Now we need to decide because of the sauce is going to cover them. We won't be able to tell which ones are which. Okay.
Well, Joe, remember this.
This is it.
Smaller one is beer. The larger one is non-beer.
Bingo.
So let's do half and half. Get my one hand.
Okay,
mitten.
Joe.
And I'll probably need the other one too. So you're gonna help me with that if you just use the spoon, and let's do half of this, half of the sauce for this.
Good.
A little bit, that's good, yes.
Okay.
And then do
Slide this.
the other one for this.
Beautiful. Nice.
All right.
Okay.
And now we're gonna move to the table. All right, folks, so we just placed it all on the table. It's all ready to go. We got the Joelicious beer version here and the non-beer version. And we sprinkled some garlic crumbs,
Panko
breadcrumbs, pepper and salt, some crushed pepper flakes,
Parmesan
and
cheese.
Parmesan cheese, and we're ready to rock and roll.
Here we go, Joe. We're going to do the beer one first.
The beer one first.
I can taste the beer.
Joe is so good.
Okay, now I'm going to try the non-beer one.
It's good, but I like the beer one better. A lot better.
The beer one has flavor.
Yes.
I mean, this is delicious.
Folks, the fact is a fact. If it's Joelicious, it's better.
Absolutely.
Everything is better with deer.
Joelicious one is a 10.
Definitely. It's a 9. This one's a 9, this one's a 10.
9. Thank you, Joe. Good job.
Thank you. So after a long break, we're back at Joelicious Kitchen. We're making it, we're still kicking ass. And this came out good, and this came out good. So folks, we're gonna try to stay consistent and do it every month now. Joelicious Kitchen is back in the house. Stay tuned, will be more.
Stay tuned, folks.
Joelicious!
Kitchen. Yeah, Joe.